Hello there, I'm BobbyInBlue, and on this channel we talk about how to get the most out of your tech. Recently, I've been looking for a new everyday carry backpack. This is my bag that really just kind of carries all of my daily essentials and all of those things that I think I might need along the way. My brother calls it his CYA bag. I love bags, and I really love finding the right bag for the right gear, and I really love being able to take my tech along with me. I've been checking out a bunch of different brands and really trying to figure out what is my next bag. So when SANDMARC reached out and sent me their all new backpack, I knew I had to give it a go. First up, let's talk about this bag's overall minimalistic design. It is made out of 840D all black ballistic nylon, and it has a couple of points around the bag where there's this light blue stitching as an accent. Along with the minimal design, this bag is great because it can expand when you want it and retract and shrink back down. More on that later. It has strong YKK zippers that have these really cool aluminum, like black aluminum pulls on them. I took this bag along with me on 2 of my recent trips. I went to New York City and I went to Florida. And I found the straps to be really comfortable to wear even throughout the day. And those straps are kind of aligned on your chest with this cross strap that fits across. And the clasp on it has got this kind of sliding piece where it slides in from top to bottom. On the left shoulder strap, it has a mesh pocket that's made to fit your phone. It also has this elastic strap that kind of goes diagonally over top of that mesh pocket. And this is made so that you can put your phone into that pocket on the strap and get some POV type footage. Though it is limited to shooting vertical. Though this is a backpack, if you wanted to use it more like a duffel bag, it does have a handle on the side, and there's even this nice back elastic strap that holds those back straps in place so that when you're holding it more like a duffel bag, that those straps don't flap around. Another thing I found while I was traveling is it does have this back loop area that slides through the handle of your roller bag, and so that way while you're walking through the airport, you can take your backpack off and set it on top of your luggage and then just kind of walk with it there and knowing that it won't fall off. Starting with a laptop compartment, I used my 16-inch MacBook Pro and it just slid right in. It seemed like there was more than enough for that. In the same pocket that you would put the laptop, there's also a place for a tablet or for like a Kindle or something like that. And then down below that, there's also a place for like a battery pack or some cords that you could put in there as well. Here at the top of that back pocket, there are these 4 like pouch style pockets, and they're actually made for the SANDMARC mobile filmmaking lenses. But because I haven't picked those up yet, I ended up using them for something different. I threw a battery pack in there or a charging brick, a cable, and even like my AirPods. So even though they're made for those mobile filmmaking lenses, you can really put a bunch of different small objects in there, and it's nice to have a place for each of those things. The middle section of the backpack is this large open compartment, and it's the area that when you expand the backpack that it actually gets bigger. I think about this middle pocket on the backpack as kind of this multi-purpose flex space. I put an FPV drone in there with my Vision Pro, and I still had room for a camera and like my light coat jacket that I put in there as well. To expand or retract the bag, there's a zipper at the bottom of the bag that you can kind of unzip around the perimeter of the bag, and it just zips around the entire perimeter to either expand or retract the bag. The front of this middle multi-purpose pocket that we've been talking about is lined with some mesh material, and they make multiple different sizes of pockets out of that mesh that I use to put my hard drive or my mouse in, and then there's a larger pocket at the bottom that I use to fill full of the different cables that I need while I'm on the go. Then you have this top pocket that I use for my passport and my wallet. That way you know that it's inside of the main zipper for the middle pocket, and then inside of a zipper inside of that main pocket just helps it be a little bit more secure. The other thing I really like about this middle multi-purpose pocket is that the opening is really big. There's a little room on the sides at the bottom where it doesn't open up, but really this pocket opens up nice and wide. Then on the very front, on the top of the backpack, there's this nice smaller pocket. There's an area that kind of opens up with a zipper that I slid my AirPods in. And then to the side, there's a nice little pocket that's made for an Apple AirTag. Then there are 2 more pockets on the front of the bag on the outside. There's a middle pocket here that I used for thinner items like some papers that I had, as well as some additional cords. Then at the bottom, there's another zipper pocket that goes all the way across. And I found this one perfect for those MagSafe battery packs that go on the back of your phone. Jumping around to the side of the backpack, there are these kind of water bottle pockets on both sides. They have that zipper down the center of them so that they can expand, and or so that it makes it easier for when you're doing that perimeter zipper to expand the bag. I found these pockets really useful for my water bottle and or for a tripod. Above the side kind of water bottle pocket, there's also a strap, so when you do put a tripod in there, it'll go into the pocket on the bottom, and it'll let you strap that tripod to the side of the bag up top. And it has a similar clasp to the one that goes across your chest from both of the side straps, and it attaches in a similar manner, kind of sliding in top to bottom. Going around to the bottom of the backpack, there's that zipper that we talked about earlier that lets you expand that center pocket. There's also a zipper on the bottom of the bag that kind of opens up, and Originally, I thought it was like a rain fly or some kind of like weather cover, but when I opened it, there are 2 different straps in there that come out, and they're made out of this elastic webbing material, so they stretch and expand. They have metal hooks on them, like a metal buckle with a hook on them, that slides through the loops that are opposite of those straps, and it makes it so that you can hook like a tripod or like a rolled up coat. It's just another way that you can attach something else to the backpack that makes it so that this, backpack that has a pretty reasonable footprint allows you to carry even more. I found myself on my trips, I would kind of load it up while I was traveling through the airport, and then once I got to my hotel, I would take some of those things I didn't need out, and I would set them in the hotel and then retract it back down to the smaller size, and then I would use it as kind of an everyday carry bag. So that's a lot about this bag and the things I love, and here are a few things that I don't necessarily love and I think could use some improvement. The straps that are both on the side of the bag and also in the center that connect the 2 back straps together, kind of right here on your chest, they use this sliding metal clasp that is aligned with magnets. And though I think that's a pretty cool idea and I liked it in theory, the more I used it, the more I realized that this strap right here on my chest, I can't really tell which direction it goes up or down. And though it got a little bit easier once I started to get used to the bag, I wish there was a way that I could feel with my hands like a notch or something, so that way I knew which part went up and which part went down, so that it would be a little bit easier to quickly take off that center strap when you need to hurry and take your bag off. Another thing with that same strap, the one that goes across your chest, is that most bags offer some way to move that up and down slightly, to kind of adjust for whatever feels comfortable to you. And it doesn't really move up and down the best. The more I played with it, the more that it just seemed like it really wasn't, made the best option to move it slided up and down. So I'd love to see them improve that so that it could actually slide up and down a little bit easier. It'd be cool if they offered it in some other colors. I mean, I know that not every bag can come in blue, even though I wish it did. At least they gave us the cool blue accents on this bag, so though it's all black, it does have a little pop of blue on it. I love bags, and I've used a bunch of different manufacturers. Some of my favorites are like Peak Design or Incase. And when I reached for this SANDMARC Travel Backpack, it stands up pretty solid up against those brands. Let me know what questions you have about the SANDMARC Travel Backpack in the comments below, and definitely let me know if you end up picking one up, what you think of it. Thanks for watching. I'm BobbyInBlue, and on this channel we talk about how to get the most out of your tech, or in this case, what you choose to carry your tech in. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. YouTube thinks that you'll like this video right here. Definitely give it a click.